Rainbow Six Siege just hit 45 million players, and that is huge compared to the number they started with. But how did it get this high? Well, it started at launch in December 2015. The game was very unpolished. I think we can all agree on that. There were many hackers, bugs, glitches, and too many crashes. At this time, you think Ubisoft would have just given up on the game because of how quick the player count went down. But they didn't just give up. They introduced the first DLC, which was Black Ice. It improved many aspects of the game. Like, it provided 2 new operators, a new map, some balancing changes, and some bug fixes, some bans on hackers, etc, etc. I'm not going to go directly into the details because that would take way too long, but I'm explaining why this DLC is so important. This was the first DLC out of many, and this DLC gave the players some hope. Players thought to themselves, maybe this wasn't a dead game. DLCs are important because they provide fresh content for a game. They refresh the meta, so players won't get bored. You have to admit, for the last few weeks of each season, it gets really boring. That's why everyone is excited for the next season, and that's the exact reason why I like DLCs. And they just don't pop out of nowhere. Every DLC is every 3 months, so you know when they're going to release it. But DLCs aren't the only thing keeping this game alive. The game is so unique. When I first got this game, it wasn't like Call of Duty or Halo when you instantly respawn. The next time you're alive is when the round ends, and that moment when you're dead, you think, what did I do wrong and how do I get better? And even pros do this. It's not like you get so good you're like, oh, I don't need to get better. There's always room for improvement. Another reason why I like the game so much is the cooperation. There are so many callouts in this game that it's unbelievable. There's left, there's right, below, above, on diffuser, in a certain area, etc, etc. There are so many. And when you squad up with a squad, it gets intense. When it's a 1v1 situation and that round determines if you win or lose, that is probably the most intense thing in the game. And all that is different from most shooters. It's the main reason why people love the game and they get hooked instantly as soon as they start playing it. And my final reason is that every 3 to 4 months, they'll announce a free weekend. Now, basically it's just a free weekend where you get to play it. And then after, if you like the game, you can buy for 70% off. That's insane. And that's pretty much all I want to cover for this video. Let me know your ideas and comments, and I'll see y'all later.